talking about handling data. And today we will take the second lesson. Yes?
I'm Yasin.
I know, sweetie, I can see here. We are gonna take this one, Yasin, that's talking about bar graph. Do you know what do you mean by bar graph? Do you have any idea about that? Yasin, do you have any idea about bar graph? What does it mean? Just try to think. I do not need the right answer. I know I need your thought. What do you think it could be? No idea at all? Okay. In the beginning of this unit, we said it's for handling data or information. That means it's another way of collecting information. Yasin, would you please read for me this part? A graph. It's on the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Please read it for me. A graph. Read it. Yes, read it.
A graph to show
Quantities or, yes, or,
so they can be easily compared.
excellent. So it is to show quantities. What do you mean by quantities? Do you know that?
No.
So I'm gonna count something to show counts, or also it helps me to show numbers. I have here a type of graph. This bar graph shows, let's go back a little bit. This graph shows, it's about a student survey for favorite fruit. Let's imagine that grade 3, they are gonna make survey for the most delicious food they like. And here, look Yasin, we have in this part some pictures that shows which type of fruit that they are gonna compare or make the survey for it. And here I have these bars. These bars would make it easily for me to know which one is the most favorite one. By looking at these bars, Yasin, which one do you think is the most favorite one? Which one do you think?
Mango.
Yes, and how did you know that? Did you count?
Yes.
No, I did not count. The bar graph shows me, look, it's written up. It shows me the quantity by just looking. So it's another easy way of collecting data. Okay, let's open our book, Yasin, page number 98. Do you have the book?
Yes.
Okay. In page 98, we have this part that is written up, which is very important because it helps us to know exactly what we have to focus on. It's about bar graph. Would you read? I'm going to help you in reading. Read, Yasin. Some informations.
Scale on numbered axes.
Okay. Can be shown as a bar graph. It's in your book. Yes.
Some information be shown as a bar graph. Each bar shows a number. Always read this.
Now here stop. Always read this. It means he wants me to focus on the most important three things he has seen. What are the most important three things in any graph? If I want to answer any graph, I have to look carefully at this part. The first part in the graph, I have to see the graph itself. Then there is title for each graph, Yasin. There is a title for each graph because each graph is using to compare something different than the other, right? So I can see here the graphs. The second thing that I want to look at it carefully is the title of the graph. Here, Yasin. This is the title of the graph. It's important to know it's about what. And also it's important to know the label for each one and the scale of number. How I'm comparing, how I'm doing this. I'm going to do with you question number 1, the first one. Let's do it together and see how do we do this. Later we will practice on another one because there is gonna be homework on the YouTube. Okay, on the YouTube itself. You have to go there and answer. Each week Laura has a spelling test and she has to learn 15 words for each test. This graph shows her results for 6 weeks. She had made this spelling test for 6 weeks. Now let's look at the graph first. And before answering anything, I have to stop and think. What is the title? Look at the graph and the scale. The first question, read it for me. Read the first one, sweetie.
In which week did she get 15 out of 15 in her test?
In which week did she get 15 out of 15? That means I have to look at each part, at which part, Yasin? Which part should I look at? If she's asking about the weeks, so which part would show me the weeks? The title?
Week 4.
Which part did help me to see this? Is it the title or the scale or the numbers? Which one? Here, right? This part that has the numbers, right? Or down? Which part shows? I'm searching for 15 out of 15. 15 out of 15. So I'm searching for the scale of numbers. Excellent. Here, I'm going to search for 15. Where is 15? Here. This is 15, right?
Yep.
Now I need to find it. How? So I'm gonna use my finger and go with it here like this, and then we are gonna go down to find the question, to find to find the week, and it seems it is in week. Which week, Yasin, is it?
No.
Which week? Tell me.
Week 4.
Yes, it is in week 4. So what did I do? I have to use the 3 things that they told me about it before. That's gonna help me and guide me to do this. Okay, so the answer here is week. It's week 4. So I'm gonna write in the first one week 4. Okay, let's do another one. How many words did she spell correctly in week 3? Now I have to look at the other side. How many words? I'm searching for the word that she could read it, spell it correctly in week 3. So now I'm gonna read from down. First, I'm gonna search for week 3. This is week 3, right? And I'm gonna use my finger to go up with week 3. Go up with week 3. Then you will go to the scale to find the number. And the scale shows me 12 or 13? What does it show me?
12.
12. Well done. So it's 12 spelling words. This is the way of answering. Now you will continue the rest by yourself. We will go and practice on another paper. Okay, leave this now. You will do it later. Okay, I have here one worksheet that's really good and it's gonna help us to practice. Here, can you see the screen, sweetie?
Yes.
Okay. This screen shows which type of tools that we use it to collect data. Does it show pictogram or bar graph?
Paragraph.
Excellent. So, what is the title? Would you read the title for me?
Yes.
What is the title? Read it for me. Favorite?
Favorite food.
Amazing. Okay, and
Fruit.
what is the number scale here? Is the number for what? The number for the fruit?
For the children.
for the children themselves. Okay. So we have, this is the title. And here we have the scale. Now we will go down to read the question that is needed to be answered. Okay, let's see. Here, the first question. Would you please read it for me?
Yes. What is the favorite fruit?
What is the favorite fruit? How can I get it from up? I have to look at the...
Banana.
How did you know that? Did you count?
Banana is
Or just by looking?
just by looking.
Yes, because it's easy now to compare the numbers, to compare by looking at the highest bar. It shows me the highest number, which means the most favorite one. And it is what? What is it? Yes, Yasin? It's banana, right? Now let's go to the second question. Read for me the second question. How many?
How many children chose apples as their favorite fruit?
Now let's go to the apple. How many of them chose apple? How many? 8. By looking and using the graph is going to help me to answer this. So I have here the answer is going to be 8. Well done. Now let's go to the third question. Read. How many? Yes?
How many more children?
How many more? How many more? How many more it means I will add or subtract?
Add.
How many more?
How many more children?
Shows I will add or subtract?
Add.
No, it shows me I will subtract two numbers. How many more? I will subtract between two numbers to see which one is more than the other. How many more children chose banana than grapes? That means banana is already the highest number. And grapes here is what? What is the number for grapes? 2. So I need here to make a subtraction sentence. I need to make a subtraction sentence. So it's gonna be 10. Take away what? 2. Well done. Equals 8. Well done. Remember, when you read, you have to think before you answer. What do you mean by how many more or how many less? It means he needs me to subtract, not to add. But if he tells me in all or all together, that means I'm going to add. If he tells me how many children chose banana and grapes all together, here you will add or subtract?